Alright guys, today we're going to get into a topic that I told myself I would never get into on this channel. Milsim versus Speedsoft. Reason being, this problem has come up quite a few times in my field. You have Speedsofters bashing Milsimmers, you have Milsimmers bashing Speedsofters, you have anything in between. So I just want to throw out my opinions on it and just kind of not set the record straight, because I am not the airsoft guru. I do not know everything, but just throw my opinions out there. So, you guys have all seen Speedsofters, I'm guessing. They wear the Dye-4 masks, remnant from my paintball days. Then you have the Milsimmers who, look the part. It's like 50% dress up, not really, but you know what I mean. Cry or die, that kind of thing. You have the Speedsofters, Polar Star users, 50 rounds a second. All these are stereotypes, by the way. They're not universally true. So, before I tell you what I think about it, I gotta tell you what kind of player I am. I don't really classify myself as either. I know from, you guys have seen from my videos, I use a gas blowback rifle. That is not for Milsim per se. Get back, cat. I just like the feel of it. There is nothing in my mind that is more fun like actually shooting your weapon and getting feedback from it. It makes you feel like you're really in a video game or real life or whatever. It's just fun. I just think it's fun. That being said, if I had to describe myself as a player, it would be CQB urban oriented. I don't really like woods. Actually, that's a lie. I hate woods. I hate it so much. I cannot stand it. I like indoor gameplay because the wind doesn't affect my BBs. I don't have to try and shoot through leaves with a gas blowback rifle. All that fun stuff. But I prefer urban settings indoors. Think like if you have to YouTube it, CQB City or Game Pod Combat Zone. Those would be my ideal fields to play at. So, with Speedsofters, the only real experience I've had with Speedsofters is a couple of people. And I don't think they're typical Speedsofters, mainly because they use gas pistols all the time. So most of the arguments I've seen with Speedsofters overshooting people or Speedsofters using Polar Stars, it doesn't ring true for me. And I know it is true in some cases, as you can see from just all these YouTube videos like RIP Kid and all this other messed up stuff, but I just hear all these people complaining about Speedsofters, how they ruin the game or it's a different playstyle or whatever, and I'm just thinking, if you guys are getting wrecked with gas pistols, maybe it's your fault. Maybe you just need to step up your game a little bit. I'm guilty of that too. But my whole thing with it is you just have both sides clashing and competing and just going at it all the time. And guys, does it really matter? Like, this is airsoft. We're trying to make it grow. We're trying to make it flourish in this politically correct world. Does it really matter what play style you have when we're all out there to have fun? Airsoft is not real life. It's not real world. Far from it. I don't understand as to why people feel the need to bash on somebody just because their play style is different. If you don't like a field where the play style is different, just don't go to that field. Just don't play with those people. Problem solved. I know it's not the case for a lot of people because a lot of people only have one field. But I mean, just alter your play style then so that you can actually compete with those people. Because the only time people complain about the play style is if they're getting absolutely owned and wrecked. So if you're having a problem with that, change your play style to better suit the enemies. So with that being said, you really only have to do three things in my mind to get my respect on the airsoft field. 1, follow the field rules. 2, call your hits. And 3, don't overshoot people. If you follow all those 3 things, which most Speedsofters I've seen, they follow those 3 things. There have been a couple instances where they haven't, but I mean, that happens with Milsimmers too. Happens with everybody. Happens with me. Happens with you. Whatever. So I don't understand as to why people feel the constant need to bash on Speedsofters. Now, if you have a guy with 60 rounds a second Polar Star, just hosing people down all the time, I wouldn't care if the dude was dressed up in the most Milsim of clothes. I don't want to play with that guy. I mean, he's just ruining the experience for everyone. That goes for Speedsofters, it goes for Milsimmers, it goes for casual players. It doesn't matter. If you're using a BB hose, I don't want to play with you. That being said, I think full auto should only be allowed for support guns anyway. Airsoft should be semi-auto across the board, except for support guns. It just doesn't make sense otherwise. I mean, one of the whole points of Airsoft is we try and distance ourselves from paintball, right? And I know some Speedsofters say otherwise, which that's fine. If you want to play Airsoft like paintball, go ahead. I'm not going to stop you. But in paintball, you have rounds per second rules. I think in tournament paintball it's like 15 a second or something like that. In Airsoft, you have, like Tac City, I think their rounds per second limit is 25 or 30. It's just excessive, guys. Like, get what you need for a good trigger response, and then just keep it at that. You don't need, in my experience, anything past 20, 22 rounds a second, and that's just so that you can get a snappy trigger response. It's one of the reasons I like playing with a gas gun. I have good trigger response. I don't ever need to use full auto. So with that being said, leave your comments down below. Why do you guys like Milsimmers, hate Speedsofters, like Speedsofters, hate Milsimmers? Like, what are you guys' thoughts on it? I'm curious to know. Also, I will be going to Valkyrie Airsoft's Friday night game as soon as this video is put up. I believe it will be going up either this Tuesday or Wednesday. So I hope to see you guys there. It's going to be a good time. And I'll see you guys later.